Christmas greetings, and a warm welcome to our little adventures. Today we are crossing the bridge from Denmark to Sweden, the Øresund Bridge, the longest combined road and rail bridge in Europe. Leaving the station and walking south across the bridge and looking in the shops on our way to Stortorget, the main square of Malmö. Along the way, I'll show you some of the cool shops and cafes that line the streets of this charming Swedish city.
One of the things you'll definitely find is Stortorget, the main square of Malmö. It's a beautiful place to relax and enjoy the scenery, especially the colourful buildings and the statue of King Karl X Gustav. He was the one who conquered this region from Denmark in the 17th century. He also had a very impressive moustache, as you can see. I wonder how he kept it so neat and tidy. Maybe he used some of the local products from the shops around here.
Speaking of shops, if you're feeling adventurous, you can take a detour down a narrow alleyway just around the corner from Stortorget. Down an alleyway just round the corner you'll find the iconic street Peter's Church. This is the oldest building in the city. This magnificent Gothic church is the oldest building in the city and has witnessed many events and changes over the centuries. It has a stunning Gothic architecture and a magnificent organ that can play over 6,000 pipes. Construction began in the early 14th century, replacing an older Romanesque church that stood on the same site, and was finished only around 1380. The church contains late medieval murals of recognized high quality, as well as a number of unusual furnishings. The altarpiece, made in 1611, is one of the largest in the Nordic countries. The pulpit is made of stone in the 16th century, and the font dates back to 1601. One very richly decorated chapel contains paintings by an unknown, Malmo master, from around 1520. It is open to visitors every day from 10 o'clock to 1800.
Walk southeast towards Lilla Torg, which means little square in Swedish, is one of the most charming and historic places in Malmö. It dates back to the 16th century, when it was a bustling market for trade and commerce. Today, it is a lively spot for dining, shopping, and entertainment, with a variety of restaurants, cafes, pubs, and boutiques. You'll love exploring the old buildings that surround the square, some of which are over 400 years old. They showcase different architectural styles, from Renaissance to Baroque to Rococo. You'll also enjoy the cozy atmosphere of the square. Lilla Torg is the perfect place to relax and enjoy a cup of coffee or a delicious meal, while soaking in the culture and history of Malmö. It's no wonder that this is the most adorable square in the whole city, and the favorite among locals and tourists alike.
I have to confess that we didn't exactly know where we were going when we decided to check out the castle and found ourselves in Slotstrad Garden, a beautiful park next to Malmo Castle. It was a nice surprise, though, because the gardens were very relaxing and scenic. Plus free entry, and we couldn't resist.
Malmö is a city in southern Sweden that has a rich history and culture. It is the third largest city in Sweden, and the sixth largest in the Nordic countries. Malmö was founded in the 13th century as a fortified town, and became an important trading center and port.
We walked around and found a random windmill there. Apparently, it was built in the 19th century and used to grind grain. Then we finally made it to Malmo Castle, an ancient stronghold with a lot of stories to tell. The castle is home to several museums, such as the Malmo Art Museum and the Natural History Museum. We had fun learning about the art, the culture, and the animals of the region. The castle was built in the 15th century and has been a fortress, a prison, a royal residence, and a mint. It has also witnessed several wars and sieges and is the oldest preserved Renaissance castle in Scandinavia. It was built in the 1530s by King Christian III of Denmark, who ruled over Sweden at the time. It was also the prison of James Hepburn, 4th Earl of Bothwell, the third husband of Mary, Queen of Scots, who died there in 1578.
A visit to the Malmo Castle Museum is a must for anyone who wants to discover the rich and diverse heritage of Malmo and its surroundings. The museum showcases the history, culture and nature of the area through permanent and temporary exhibitions that cover a wide range of topics. You can also step inside the submarine U3, which is docked near the museum and open to visitors. The submarine was built in 1943 and served in the Swedish Navy until 1968. You can get a glimpse of the life and work of the crew in the tight and dark space. The Malmo Castle Museum is an amazing place to explore and enjoy the stories and wonders of this vibrant city. Finally, walking north to the harbour, you can marvel at the World Trade Center of Sweden turning torso. This is a modern architectural marvel and the tallest building in Scandinavia, standing at 190 meters high. It's a sleek glass building that reflects the sky and the water, but what makes it really special is that it twists 90 degrees from bottom to top, like a giant corkscrew. It's a masterpiece of contemporary design, inspired by a sculpture of a human body in motion. The building has 54 floors, with offices, apartments, conference rooms, and a spa. You can't go inside unless you have an invitation, but you can admire it from the outside and take some amazing photos of this unique structure. The turning torso is located in the Western Harbour area of Malmö, a former industrial zone that has been transformed into a sustainable and vibrant neighborhood. The turning torso is not only a landmark of Malmö, but also a symbol of innovation and creativity. It's definitely worth a visit if you want to see something different and impressive. Take some amazing photos of this unique structure before heading back to Malmö Central Station.
This circular route is perfect for capturing the essence of Malmö in one day, as it combines historical landmarks with cutting-edge architecture and natural beauty, all within a short walk from the central station.